Alright, so I guess this is after we went to Berserker, or rather Ilya, trying to get her help, but turns out she's dead, so that didn't work out at all. So instead, we're in this ruined castle mansion thing, thinking about ideas on how to rescue Saber from Castor. And well, we actually tried to go by ourselves, which as it turns out is a horrible idea. But Lancer over here is offering his help. And well, I guess that's the only option we have left, relying on him. The guy who tried to kill us multiple times and succeeded a few times. The last time we refused. What happens if we... Well, we can just agree, or we can give a condition? I wonder what Shiro would say then. Let's see. We have to accept his offer. Even if he's an enemy, he's still right. Tosaka and I can't beat Castor, but we might have a chance if Lancer's with us. But...
わかった。お前の言い分は信じる。けど条件付きだ。キャスターを倒すために手を貸してもらうし、俺たちもお前を信用する。その代わり。
その代わりなんだ？俺のマスターを教えろってか？
違う。仲間だからって気安く遠坂には近寄るな。
That's his condition? Don't flirt with my girlfriend? The air freezes. Lancer is speechless, like he's been sucker punched.
なるほどなるほど。そりゃそうだ。俺のマスターなんぞよりそっちの方が何倍も重要だよな、坊主。
He starts laughing heartedly.
なんだよ、悪いか。言っとくけど、遠坂はやらないからな。
まさか悪くなんかね。むしろ見直したところだ。いや、いいね、お嬢ちゃん。坊主、あんたにぞっこんじゃないか。
何言ってんのよ、あんた。私とシロはそんなんじゃないわよ。そう、私たちはただの協力関係なんだから。
バカ？
そうか？
なんかムカつくわね、あんた。何よ、その見透かしたような顔は。ほら、シロもなんか言いなさいよ。私たちはただの協力関係だって。なんか言いなさいよ、バカ。これじゃ本当に私たちが付き合ってるって。
だから本当も何もとっくに出来上がってんだよ、お前たち。傍から見てる俺でさえわかるのに、当の本人たちがごまかしてるだな。ああ、こりゃこの先も大変だぞ、少年。
Lancer makes a sympathetic gesture.
まあ、遠坂が大変なのはもう分かってるから。
I dismiss his sympathy with a sour look.
ほう、そりゃ頼もしい。じゃあ俺もそれなりに気を使ってジョーちゃんと付き合おう。だがまあ、からかうと面白いジョーちゃんなんだな。道中楽しませてはもらうぜ。それぐらいの見返りは構わねえだろ。
分かった。その線でいこう。キャスターを倒すまであんたの力を借りる。
決まりだな。じゃあまあ、とりあえず握手と。
Lancer walks to me unarmed and shakes my hand. There are worrying factors, but we're able to obtain a reliable ally. All that's left is...
このカッタマキタ。いいわよ。あんたたちなんてこっちから願い下げよう。こうなったら私一人でキャスターをとっちめるんだから。
How can I calm her down? Anyway, we walk through the dark forest. Although we don't know his intentions, having Lancer's help means we don't need to stay at the castle anymore. Lancer must have taken a liking to Tosaka as he keeps messing with her and getting hit by her.
ちょっとあんたね、ちゃんと自分のマスターがいるんでしょ。ならおとなしくしてなさいよ。キャスターを倒したら敵同士になるんだし、話なんかしてもしょうがないでしょ。作戦会議以外はみんな無駄口よ、無駄口。
なんだ、敵になるからって話はなしか。見かけによらず余裕がないんだな。相手が敵であろうと気が合うなら膝交えて語り明かすってのが情だろうに。
いつの時代の人間よ、あんた。そういうね、明日には殺すけど今日は親友だなんてのは今時流行らないの。やるとなったら徹底してやらないと相手にも失礼じゃない。
はあ、そりゃまたつまんねえ世の中になったもんだ。
Lancer does not learn his lesson. I think they've been repeating the same kind of conversation for a while now.
それよりランサー、自分の役割きちっと分かってるんでしょうね。
ああ、梅雨払いは任せておけ。お前たち二人でキャスターとそのマスターと戦うんだろ。俺の役目はアーチャーの相手だ。
So Lancer's gonna keep Archer distracted this time, or rather, instead of Shiro just getting like one shot.
最悪セーバーもどうにかしなくちゃならんが、まあ抑えるだけなら問題ない。
He speaks objectively. He isn't even scared of fighting Saber and Archer at the same time. Oh yeah, Saber commented on him when we were training in the dojo. She said Lancer's the best when it comes to surviving. She praised him, saying that with his excellent agility and great experience, Lancer will be an impregnable wall if he went into defense. He has a skill that gives him 3 turns of evasion, and a gut skill that allows him to live after a fatal blow. No, he must have fought many battles from disadvantageous positions when he was alive. This man ran through fatal battles like a panther and lived on.
それはいいけどな。敵はアーチャーとセイバーだけじゃない。キャスターの下にはアサシンもいるんだろう。なら最悪あんたの相手は3人ってことになるぞ。
ああ、そりゃやべえな。あの野郎は苦手だ。できれば1対1でもやり合いたかね。あの手のやつは遠くから仕留めるに限るが、まあその心配は不要だな。
Oh yeah, Assassin. What is he doing? I mean, we didn't see him in the church. Is he still at the temple, or I don't know.
アサシンは教会には現れない。
どうしてそう断言できるのよ。キャスターが竜道寺に戻らないなら、門番としてアサシンだって呼び戻すんじゃないの？
いや、アサシンはキャスターが呼び出したサーバントだが、それゆえに制約がある。奴はあの場所そのものに呼び出された英霊だ。竜道寺を離れることはできんし、何よりキャスターが呼び戻さんだろう。
So he's stuck there. That's why.
あれはキャスターがマスターに黙って独断で召喚したサーバントだ。マスターが教会にいる以上は隠し通すし、おいそれと竜道寺を手放すこともできまい。
竜道寺を手放せない。それってつまり
聖杯の召喚場所があの山だからだろうな。知っているか？聖杯戦争は今回で5回目だが、聖杯が呼び出される土地は4カ所ある。そのうちの一つが竜道寺であり、教会でもあるわけだ。
I don't know if we've been told about that before. About how the Holy Grail can only be summoned in 4 places.
ちなみに3回目の召喚場所は教会だったらしい。4回目はどこぞの平地だったそうだ。
Wait, so third war, okay, so I think this is the 5th one. This is the 5th, yeah, this is the 5th Holy Grail War, the current one right now. The 4th one was the previous one. Someone in a plane somewhere? And the 3rd one was at the church.
へえ、戦ってれば幸せみたいな人だと思ったけど、意外に物知りなんだ、あなた。
単にマスターが小難しいやつなだけだ。 お前たちの事情に関心があるわけじゃない。
けどそっか。じゃあ今回の召喚場所って1回目と同じ場所に戻ったってことなのね。
Tosaka starts to ponder. Lancer watches her with delight and walks on in the dark forest. The date has already changed. The day should be dawning by the time we get out of this forest. I mentally prepare myself as I walk. Yeah, I don't think we got any sleep. Or maybe we did? I'm not sure. Maybe we slept a little. We took a nap in the castle maybe? Otherwise, we will be very tired. Sleep deprivation is not healthy. We will fight Castor again in a few hours. I won't hesitate, even if that girl would have turned into our enemy by then. We'll defeat Castor. I have to tell myself that is the most important thing right now. We head to the battlefield. No matter what may be awaiting us at the church at daybreak, we cannot stop now. Man, it's the next day. I noticed the status screen updated. What does that mean? Berserker's dead. Oh, true name. Medea? I don't think we saw that before, actually. At least I didn't notice. I think new. Did we learn anything about Lancer? We already know about the fact that he's Kukulon already. Bulg. Battle continuation. Okay, so Medea. Was it Medea or Medea? Somewhere in that. The true name. I guess this is probably what we got when we saw her flashback, I guess, technically, which is weird, because again, it's kind of like status menu is from Shiro's perspective, supposedly, you know, he has access to this information, technically. I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I can't remember, actually. Did we learn her true name during the flashback, or maybe just Shiro just knew by now? I don't know. An unfortunate princess labeled as a witch in Greek mythology. Jason, a hero famous from the Argo expedition, argued with King Pelias, the usurper of his father's country. He managed to he made the king a promise to return the country to him if he went far east to Colchis and returned with the Golden Fleece. Okay, Jason and the Argonauts. Princess had this Golden Fleece. Also practiced magic, but initially wasn't much of a witch, I guess. And then she met Jason, and then somehow Medea got mind controlled, and then she loved Jason apparently. Betrayed everyone. Yeah, we learned this in the flashback, I guess. Yeah, for Jason apparently. Yeah. Basically, yeah, betrayed everyone, allowed Jason to get the Golden Fleece. And then everyone was angry at Jason. Renee sliced her brother. Oh, killed her brother. And then everyone escaped. Jason and Argo. No. Even though he got the Golden Fleece, King Pelias still didn't honor the promise. So, Jason asked Medea to do some magic. And then killed a servant. Okay, but weird trick. Killed a servant in front of him, then revive him, and then offer to cast a spell of immortality for the king, King Pelias. Of course, then he got betrayed, and then that king died, so Jason also became king in another country. But his friends did not like what he just did. She had betrayed her country for a man, killed her brother to save herself, and now taken the throne by deceit. And she's like a witch who was chased out of the country together with Jason. Okay. They arrived at Corinth, where they were welcomed by the king, and they finally found peace. Did not last long. The king, like Jason, his daughter married him, and Medea was exiled. Okay, she did all of that for Jason. Jason was like, ooh, a princess, I assume. And then just like betrayed her as well. It became, eventually, because of her relation with Jason, she eventually became like a witch. Medea appeared at Jason's wedding and used her magic to burn all who attended, including the king of Corinth and his daughter, who murdered everybody. Jason was the only one left. Her fate after she left Corinth is unknown, as her life was filled only with betrayal. It is said that the princess became a true witch and continued to roam the Greek lands. A tale of a lot of betrayals and a lot of backstabbing. And ironically, it's what her noble phantasm induces, I guess. And also Archer betraying us. So much betrayal. Anyway, I guess that's Castor's story. Well, actually, let me double check. Anyone else? I think we pretty much know all the stories of all these servants, technically. Except, do we learn about Ryder? I can't remember. I guess we don't know about Ryder, unless I'm remembering it incorrectly. We know about Saber, technically. Not in this route, but I guess in the Fate route, we know about Saber. Lancer, obviously, is easy to know because he always uses his Noble Phantasm, and from his Noble Phantasm, we kind of learn his name. We don't know about Archer, I guess. Archer, Ryder, I think we don't know. Unless, actually, she did use the Noble Phantasm on that roof, right? On the Fate route. But actually, maybe we did learn her story. Can't remember it off the top of my head, though. Assassin, I think we also know. Because, again, we saw his Noble Phantasm. I guess anytime we see his any kind of servant's Noble Phantasm, we kind of know who they are. Right? And Gilgamesh, obviously. Alright, yeah. Anyway, continuing on. Before that, there's just one more conversation. Just as they exit the forest, and when the sky is beginning to lighten up, before they go to the church, she informs him of the fact that she has kept hidden. Yeah, the one we found in the drawer. Is it a second one? She does not tell him what that means, and he does not inquire about it. Okay, we just drop that, drop that fact on us, and then don't talk about it. It is because such matters are unnecessary when they're about to face their greatest enemy, Castor. The one and only pendant. The one he found in her room and returned to her. The one he found on that night and put into his desk. Now is not the time to ask about the contradiction. If this was a Phoenix Wright game, we would, choose the statement and choose the evidence and yell objection.
言っておかなくちゃいけないのはそれだけよ。シローが私の部屋で見つけたペンダントってあーちゃんに返してもらったものなんだ。シローがランサーに刺されたあの日にね。
Okay, the pendant he found in the drawer was from Archer.
私はてっきりあいつが拾ってきてくれたものだと思ってたけど。
The decisive battle is near. The tall church can be seen in the horizon. Alright, we're just gonna leave that. I guess, yeah, 2 pendants apparently. But we're not gonna say much else after that, I guess. Kosuka says she wants to confirm one last time. Our roles are already set. Lancer will draw Archer and Saber away from Castor. We will use that opening to attack Castor. Lancer asks ironically if we will be able to beat her by ourselves. To that,
私とキャスターを1対1にしてもらえればまず裏をかけると思う。
I guess Rin is confident she can beat Castor, or at least trick her in some way. Tosaka answers with confidence. I don't know what she means by outwitting her. She didn't tell us, even when we ask, so it must be a plan that will have a lower success rate if we know about it. You know, kinda like a teenage girl, albeit like a genius magus, you know. Can she really, like, outwit, like, a servant? A heroic spirit that's been around for a long time, I guess? I don't know. Like, from, like, times of, like, I don't know how you say it, like, from ancient Greece, I guess? I don't know. Now I'm wondering, does Medea, I guess, does she keep all her memories up until now? Or maybe she just remembers her past life and that's it? Because I was wondering, like, what's the difference in between ages here, right? How much memories does she retain when she's summoned as a servant? Because I assume if someone's been living like several lifetimes of a normal human being, they would be pretty smart. But I guess maybe not. I think it's because in the fair, actually, I think Saber remembering every time she's been summoned, I think that was an exception actually for Saber, because of her situation surrounding the Holy Grail. I think for most servants, they really only just remember their past lives, and that's about it. I think? I'm not sure. It's all convoluted. The Throne of Heroes, the timelines. Anyway. Then what I need to do is fulfill Tosaka's demand. With all my might, I will keep Kuzuki from protecting Castor. If I need them, I will project his swords as many times as necessary. I close my eyes and dive inside myself. The magic circuit inside of me is stable. Magic beyond one's ability will destroy the caster. Half of my body became numb the first time. It was easy, and nothing happened to me the second time. There's no guarantee the third time will be the same, but I don't think it's a problem to project his swords. My body is stable. The magic circuit that was hard even to construct is easily activated now. It's like there's a fake nerve behind my real nerves, and they are reversible with a push of a button. I'm trying to convince myself that it's because I've gotten used to it. I can easily prepare the swords. Projection has become my primary weapon. And in just like a few days. Yeah. It's a big improvement over 10 days ago. It's not my only magic. Or rather, it's not only my magic. My sword technique has improved as well. Somehow. I don't know why. But the reason behind it? No, I try not to think about the reason. It's more important to beat Castor and take back Saber. Asking myself stupid questions can come after the battle. The headache gets stronger as I near the church. It's just like when I was looking for Tosaka, but I avoid thinking about that. The morning light is gray. The sun is blocked off by clouds, obscuring the dawn's brightness. The sky above is gloomy. The sky is more gray than black. It reminds me of that time 10 years ago. It should rain soon. An impure gray sky. Beneath it stands that man. He stares at her with cool eyes. Tosaka doesn't say anything and stares back at him. Well, Archer, let me just tell you all of our plans.
とりあえずてめえの相手はこの俺だ。
驚いたな。私を失い、数日と経たずに新しいサーバントと契約したか。やれやれ。私もそうだが、君の移り気もなかなかのものだ。これはたもとを分かって正解だったかな。
構わないわシロ。あいつの挑発になんか乗らないで。
She stops me, still staring at Archer. But it's obvious looking at her face. She knows he's baiting her, but his words still hurt.
前から気に食わねえ野郎だと思っていたが、てめえ、少年から腐っているようだな。
A master of baiting.
おう、裏切りは勘に触るか、ランサー。自分が裏切られたわけでもないのに、律儀なことだ。
別にお嬢ちゃんに肩入れする気はねえよ。単にてめえみたいなサーバントがいるってことが気に食わねえだけだ。
英雄の誇りか。まったく、どいつもこいつも同じようなことばかりを口にする。あのキャスターでさえそんなくだらないものを持っていてな。死した身で今さら何の栄誉を守るというのだ。正直私には君たちの考えが理解できんよ。
ああ、しなくていいぜ。考える手間を省いてやる。
There's no more need for words. All that remains is the intent to kill, with lancers sharp and archers calm. They're about 10 meters apart. The confrontation with the knights in blue and red is just like that night. I guess, yeah, it's a rematch. This time, I guess we're on the other side, you know. Before we were rooting for Archer, I guess, as Rin, but now we want Lancer to win, or at least distract him long enough for us to defeat Caster, I guess. Tosaka calls out to the blue back.
お前たちは中に行け。こいつをぶっ倒したら俺も行ってやるからよ。
わかってる。けどランサー、アーチャーは。
Archer's an asshole.
ああ、手抜いてやる。あいつには土下座して、お前に謝ってもらわなくちゃいけねえからな。
He speaks without turning, grinning at Archer.
ありがとう。女力に来てくれたのがあなたでよかった。
We go around the two as we head to the church. The guard, Archer, lets us through unchallenged. No, he has to let us through. Archer's already confronting Lancer. Lancer will pierce him if he lets us distract him. He can either attack us and leave himself open to Lancer, or he can fight Lancer and let us go. If he really is guarding this place, the choice should be obvious. I mean, yeah, I guess... a little bit of sprinkle of self-preservation as well, you know. Because, again, because the idea is like, yeah, if he tries to attack everyone at once, like, technically it's 3 versus 1, and that's disadvantageous, or disadvantageous? I don't know if I'm saying it correctly, disadvantageous. It's not good for him if Archer tries to attack everyone at once, because then he'll probably die. Maybe, maybe not. We don't know the entire extent of Archer's abilities, but maybe. So I guess, yeah. Instead, he'll just fight one-on-one. We run through the courtyard, or we run around the courtyard and open the door to the church without hesitation. Behind us.
まったく面倒なことになっちまったな。
何がだ、ランサー。
いや何、あんな顔で礼を言われた日には手抜きもできねえ。そういうの困るだろ。おいそれと主を裏切れない身としちゃ少しばかり眩しいってもんだ。
随分と甘いのだな、ランサー。君は隣の芝生は青いという言葉を知っているか？
何言ってやがる。なもん、俺が知ってるわけねえだろうが。
悠長にやってる時間はないわ。ランサーがアーチャーと決着をつける前にキャスターを倒すわよ。
分かってる。ここから無駄口はなしだ。それと本当にキャスターを任せていいんだな、トサカ。
ええ、とことんまで追い詰められるだろうけど、それでも手は出さないで。シローはクズキ先生をできるだけ引き離してくれればいい。
We go past the main area and head to the door leading to the courtyard. I won't hesitate if Tosaka says so. But I don't know if it's possible for me to back Tosaka up, even if she is cornered. My opponent is Kuzuki. I won't be able to dodge his attacks if I'm paying attention to Tosaka. Castor's presence is getting closer. The church is filled with her magical energy, as she must not be hiding her powers anymore. I bet she already knows about our raid.
Trace on.
I carefully knit together the illusion using 8 steps. I'm getting the hang of it. His swords are in my hands within a minute. I feel a light headache. Even though I'm getting used to it, it takes a toll on my body. Projection is damaging my body deeper than I realize. Was it my imagination? I think Tosca hung her head for a second. Yeah, she was like looking at us, pitying us or something, I don't know. Some sort of like sad expression. Anyway, we go down through the darkness. We run down the stairs and come out into an open area. And after that, we jump down into the temple like I did before. We're back at the scene of the crime. We land in the temple. This was supposed to be a surprise attack, but Castor greets us with composure. Kuzuki Soichiro is standing next to Castor. I don't feel any enmity or bloodlust from him. But that's his battle posture. His clear murderous intent is hiding the scariness of that man. In that regard, he's more like an assassin than servant assassin. Yeah, when you think about it, you know, you think like Kojiro, the samurai guy, being like assassin, would be more like a ninja type, right? Like a ninja, sneaky type, but he's just like a samurai, really. Like a, or more like a, you know, like a, I guess a ronin, you know, wandering samurai archetype. But he's not here. Unless he's that good. Maybe he is that good of an assassin. It's like invisible right now. Alright, well, Lancer did tell us that he was stuck in the temple actually, so maybe not. Saber is on top of the altar. She's just like she was 2 days ago. Saber hangs there, her head bowed. I'm relieved we made it, but on the other hand, I'm worried about why she's so quiet. I think Saber was in pain before. She was shivering and gasping, resisting Castor's magic with all her might. But she's dead silent now because she's actually dead. Oh no. I have a bad feeling. It's great that Assassin's not here, but if this bad feeling comes true, we won't get out of here alive.
来たわよ、キャスター。いろいろ考えたんだけど、やっぱりあなたには消えてもらうことにしたわ。目障りだし邪魔だし煩わしいし、何よりその格好が気に食わないのよね。今時紫のローブなんてどこの田舎者よって感じでさ。
Harsh words. Tosuka insults Castor, hoping to break her composure. She slowly closes the distance between them as she talks, radiating confidence she probably doesn't feel. I shouldn't be concerned about Saber either. Tosuka is facing Castor by going counterclockwise, so I walk clockwise. Okay, so we're just rotating them. Rotating around them. Circle strafing, you know, like in Dark Souls. Castor and Kuzuki. If we are to separate them, we have to attack them from different sides and isolate our enemies.
見逃してもらった分際で随分と勘違いをしたようね。今時の魔術師は皆こうイノシシ頭なのかしら。
Tosuka's insults must have worked as Castor is glaring at her. I move while she does so. I move to the other side of Tosuka, to a place where I can attack Castor from behind. Kuzuki watches me in silence. I thought so. There's no way that this man would not notice our trick. Kuzuki knows what's going on, that we are trying to isolate our enemies, and that Tosuka has some plan. Even with that in mind, he's letting Castor do as she wishes. It's not that Kuzuki is controlled by Castor. He is acting of his own free will. But still, his passivity is like that of a puppet. A servant skilled in magic is the backup, and a master skilled in hand-to-hand combat. Their roles are reversed, and I think their natures are reversed as well. Caster seeks the Holy Grail frantically, while the master protects her without question. Well, I guess it's kind of thematic, you know, when you think about it. It's kind of like a reversal of what we're usually what we usually deal with. That makes me think. What if Caster was the master and Kuzuki was the servant who protected her? Well, actually, yeah, that would be funny. I didn't think about that. That would be a really interesting like plot twist. Though, I mean, I don't think so, considering we have the status screen right here of Medea. You know, Medea's like history and everything. So I don't think that's the case. And she has her own noble phantasm as well and everything. I don't know. I don't think she's the master. Or maybe, well, I don't know. She does have something called the rule breakers. She's breaking all the rules, so maybe they wouldn't have fallen so low if that were the case. Tosaka glances at me. It means our positions are perfect. Then the match will be settled when either one of us attacks. It doesn't matter if we get defeated, or if Tosaka beats Caster before that. Our fight will end right here.
それじゃあ始めましょうか。あなたとの小競り合いもこれで3度目。いい加減ここで型をつけてあげる。
I guess, yeah, we fight so many times already. Tosaka takes a step towards Caster.
大きく出たわね。まさかとは思うけど、本気で私に勝てると思っているの？お嬢さん。だとしたら腕比べどころの話じゃないわ。今回も見逃してあげるから、まずその少年を直してらっしゃいな。
そんなの勝てるに決まってるじゃない。だってそうでしょ？あなたみたいな三流魔術師に一流である私が負けるはずないんだもの。
そう。なら仕方がないわ。その増長、厳しくしつける必要があるよね、お嬢さん。
And they fight. They get ready at the same time. With a few meters between them, they act like mirror images. That's the signal. I attack the defenseless caster. And of course, I'm stopped by Kuzuki. The ghost-like assassin is in front of me. I can't spare any attention for Caster and Tosaka's fight. He knows what I intend to do. He will not let me buy time. Letting out the snake that even cornered Saber, Kuzuki Soichiro comes to take my life. I can hold him off for a minute at most. It should be the same for Tosaka. But originally, with our opponents reversed, we had no chance of victory. Close range fighting or magic, we have no way to beat our opponents who surpass us in skill. But looking at it the other way, we can at least put up a fight. Tosaka would be killed in an instant if she fought Kuzuki. I would be killed in an instant if I fought Caster. Yeah, I mean, in both ways, that's actually literally what happened in a couple of bad ends, actually. Every time Shiro is face to face with Caster, he just ends up getting mind controlled or like, you know, instantly killed in some way. Again, and Tosaka, she got decapitated once by Kuzuki in another timeline. So yeah, that's pretty true. In contrast, you might not be able to win, but we won't be killed in an instant with this matchup. So in other words, this battle is not about how to beat one's opponent. Instead, this is a contest to see how long we can hold off an opponent of superior skill. Meanwhile, the two weapons clash. Twin swords and lance. The attacks are executed to take their wielders' necks. There's no hesitation in those attacks. Each strike is meant to kill. Even Lancer makes no exceptions. Even though he told Tosaka Rin, his ally, that he would go easy, that becomes secondary once the battle starts. It merely means that if his lance happens to miss Archer's heart, and if it does not kill him instantly, he will refrain from finishing Archer off on the spot. Even in that case, his enemy will die, but Lancer just needs to drag him to Tosca Red before that happens. Right, he said before, like he will make Archer beg, beg to take for Rin to take him back or something, beg for her forgiveness and whatnot. Lancer does not care what happens after that. The red demonic lance invades the enemy territory. The lance breaks through Archer's defense each time it is thrust. It is not like that night. Archer cannot block Lancer's attacks now as he could then. It is only natural. This is their second battle. Lancer was under the command spell's bind. To learn his enemy's strengths, his master told Lancer, whose voice is that? Well, we know. Again, because of the Fate route. So I guess that pretty much confirms it. We know that Lancer's master in this route is the same person as the last route. But yeah, did we learn about this actually? The fact that that's exactly what he did in the prologue? I guess, yeah, he fought everyone. That's what he knew about Assassin, and that's why he fought, Archer, probably fought Berserker as well. Thirdly, he just fought everyone, I guess. Yeah. To learn about all the enemies, all the servants. And he was literally commanded by the spell to do so. He didn't have a choice. That is the only order he was given. He has followed such an unreasonable command, and this is his first battle without any binds. He can go all out this time. Therefore, it cannot be like the last battle. There's nothing binding Lancer, and Archer is now forced to fight the fastest heroic spirit. Fastest, you say. Coincidentally, he's also blue. A strained voice escapes Archer's mouth. Even his hawk-like eyes cannot follow Lancer's spear. The lance's movement is a point to start with, and it is a flash of light now. And it's not really a lance, it's a spear. I think I said this in the very beginning, it's not really a lance, it's not really a lancer, because when you think lance, you think a knight riding on a horse, right? Cavalry, that's a lance. What he's using is more like just a spear, so he's more like a spearer, I guess, or spear guy, I don't know. But anyway. He cannot discern the lance coming at him. It's like a flash of light. Even Lancer's movements are becoming invisible now. And it is true that, polearms in general were pretty much like battlefield weapons, in medieval history. Medieval and also just, even before that. And kind of melee before before guns and stuff. The spear was pretty much the weapon of choice for any kind of soldier because it's easy to use, it has good range, and in the formations also pretty formidable. In particular. He's been able to block such attacks until now because he had experienced them in a previous battle. He's doing what he can, using his inferiority as a weapon to block Lancer's furious onslaught. He's controlling where the attacks come. The Knight in Red limits the oncoming attacks by leaving fatal openings. Of course, he will die if he does not dodge the attacks, but if he can choose between instant death and getting slowly cut up, he prefers to risk instant death. Otherwise, it will all have been for nothing. Fortunately, Lancer is still taking Archer lightly. Or rather, he's lost in the joy of battle. If they are to keep on assaulting each other like this, you can think of another 30 ways to show an opening. Showing openings, just like last time, or rather, saying how Archer was baiting Red, he's baiting Lancer, I guess, this time, in a different way. Prediction using the information obtained, planning using cultivated battle experience. Those are the nerves of steel, the mind's eye that one obtains through training. Oh, Mind's Eye. I think I saw that before. Actually, it's a skill, like a literal skill he has. What is it? Clairvoyance. Mind's Eye, right here. See? Insight fostered by training. You know, combat logic allows calm analysis of the situation and blah blah blah. I don't know. Basically, he's smart when it comes to fighting. This is nothing extraordinary. This is the only skill he possesses. Well, actually, that's not true. Again, he has another skill, clairvoyance. It's C, I guess, though. Well, maybe it's the same thing. Maybe he's two skills in one. He's using both at the same time. I don't know. Anyway. It is not innate like Saber's instinct, but it is a simple weapon that anyone can gain through hard work. Interesting, which is, I guess, comparing his Mind's Eye skill with Saber's instinct skill. I guess Saber's instinct is kind of like magical. The passive ability that she just has. You know, when she was fighting Kuzuki, for example, she didn't know how to dodge the attacks, but her, I guess, magical instincts, her supernatural instincts, kicked in and allowed her to dodge most of the attacks. I guess in a different way, Archer is just dodging not through magical means, I guess, but through battle experience. Lancer backs off and stops for a bit. He looks the Red Archer over, as though dissatisfied. It is obvious who's going to win. Archer has no chance of victory in hand-to-hand combat. That has been obvious from the start. If Archer is an archer, like his name states, this cannot be a match unless he's shooting from long range. I mean, well, yes. But still, he blocked the attacks. He's inferior and should not last a few more blows, but he blocked Lancer's full-force attacks. Is Archer strong, or is Lancer going easy on him? He laughs. Archer is a mysterious servant. You can admit that Archer is strong in that regard. But it is unthinkable for Lancer to be going easy. The first attack was aimed at the neck to chop his head off. Chopping someone's head off with a spear, I don't think that works. But then again, he has like a magic spear, whatever. The second attack was aimed at the heart to destroy his body. I mean, that makes more sense, you know, stabbing with a spear. He cannot be going easy. He shouldn't be, but it is certainly true that he wasn't trying to kill Archer. How does one know that this sort of fight is serious? A battle between servants is a battle between noble phantasms. The fact that he's fighting Archer without using his is proof that he's going easy on him. The reason behind it must be the thanks he heard earlier. The thanks. I assume the thanks from Ren, I guess? The weapons clash harder than before. The two spring apart in a shower of sparks. The full force attack by Lancer is nullified by the full force attack by Archer. They're about 5 meters apart. It is a distance Lancer can close in an instant. The spearman in blue murmurs.
貴様、これだけの腕を持っていながらキャスターについたのか。貴様取りんならば、キャスターになぞ遅れは取るまい。
Actually, Lancer. I guess they might have won. Maybe. Well, I know that. Well, I guess thinking of the back of the temple when Shiro was captured, Archer could have finished off Caster at the time, but he chose to not do it because he wanted Caster to live and take down the other servants. I guess. I don't know. But we do know when Rain and Archer confronted Caster when the second time, I guess. The reason why they didn't like, I don't know, I'm not sure. Like, we know that in one of the bad ends, Shiro jumped down, right, and forced the fight, and then we got a bad end where we lost because Caster at the time had control over Saber. So maybe that's the reason, right, why he switched sides. Well, anyway, Lancer stops admitting murderous intent, but there's no opening in his stance. At that, Archer smiles a bit.
驚いたな。何を言い出すかと思えば、まだそんなことを口にするのか。ランサー、私は少しでも勝算の高い手段を取っただけだ。リンがどう思うと、私はこれ以外の手段はないと判断した。
Or maybe, yeah. I mean, I think that's what he said when he definitely betrayed Rin and went on Castor's side. I guess he speaks confidently, with no sign of guilt. The Knight in Red shows no regret about betraying his master. And I guess Lancer's saying he's strong, but I don't know. Like, I remember last time in the Fate Realm when he fought Berserker. You know, it was a close match actually. I think he almost killed Berserker. You know, took down many of his lives. But Archer in the end isn't strong enough and isn't as strong as Berserker himself.
そうかよ。尋ねた俺がバカだったぜ。
So it's not simply a, not simply a comparison of strength. It's more so, well, I don't know. Archer's motives are kind of difficult to understand. Anyway, Archer agrees. Lancer snorts and slowly raises the tip of his lance.
確かにお前は戦上手だ。そのお前が取った手段ならば、せいぜいうまく立ち回るだろう。だが、それは王道ではない。貴様の剣には決定的に誇りが欠けている。
His fighting spirit roars up. Even faced with this, the archer in red still smiles.
ああ、あいにく誇りなどない身だからな。だが、それがどうした？英雄としての名が汚れる？笑わせないでくれよ、ランサー。汚れなど、成果で洗い流せる。そんな余分なプライドはな、そこいらの犬にでも食わせてしまえ。
In an instant, the slightly relaxed atmosphere changes. The air freezes. The magical energy to disturb the order of the world, the demonic lance that inverts cause and effect is raised. His murderous intent is incomparable to his previous ones, though the tension must make it difficult even to breathe.
犬と言ったな、アーチャー。
Yeah, well, I mean, Lancer is a Kukulan because you remember his myth or history or whatever. I think he killed a dog or whatever, right? And then he became the Hound of Kukulan or something like that because he wanted to. Well, what was it? I can't remember. Actually, what exactly did he do again? Yeah, he killed a guard dog. Yeah, and then he became the guard for this wealthy merchant named Kulan. So, yeah, okay, so yeah. His nickname, Kukulan. That's where it came from. From a dog, basically. The blue armored spearman growls in a voice that could drive the crows from a battlefield.
事実だ、空風林。英雄の誇りなど持っているのなら、今のうちに捨てておけ。
Or rather, Kukulin? I guess that's what Archer said. Kukulin? Na Kukulan? I don't know.
よく言った。ならば、お前が先に行け。
Lancer jumps back a great distance. It's no longer a matter of thrusting his lance. There are over 100 meters between them now. Lancer leapt back to the entrance of the clearing and crouches on all fours like a beast. Archer's senses freeze. Is it fear or awe? Either way, Archer understands right away. The meaning of Lancer's retreat. He knows that his enemy's next attack is literally a fatal attack.
ゲイボルクの能力は効いているな、アーチャー。
Lancer, with his limbs on the ground, raises his waist. It's just like a sprinter waiting for the signal run. Or signal gun, rather. Signal run? So I was getting ready to run, maybe. Archer has no reply to spare. The knight in red throws away his swords and immerses himself in his own mind. But will he make it? Lancer's posture. If his demonic lance is just like the legend, a noble phantasm to block, it cannot be anything superficial.
行くぞ。この一撃。手向けとして受け取るがいい。
Or rather, I think I read that weird. A noble phantasm to block it cannot be anything superficial, so I guess... Well, Archer is using some sort of noble phantasm, maybe? The Blue Panther runs. Even his after image is a blur. Lancer speeds to Archer like a whirlwind. There are 100 meters between them. Lancer is now going to thrust his lance, using that whole distance to gain speed. The blue figure crouches. After running 50 meters in an instant, the spearman suddenly leaps up from the ground. His body flies through the air. He holds the demonic lance, said to always pierce the heart once it is thrust over his head. It didn't work on Saber, though. I guess it worked on Shiro, however. Space distorts, so I guess it's like a 50% chance, so far, of actually piercing the heart. Not always. Anyway, according to the legend, that lance scatters numerous spearheads once it is released. In other words, the lance of causality joins the worlds to form a tapestry of action. The spearman in blue arches his back as if drawing a bow. Wow. He smashes down the attack with a roar. He's throwing the lance like a javelin. This noble phantasm is a throwing attack by nature, a lance that never misses the heart. A cursed noble phantasm that cannot be avoided and will attack the enemy even if it misses. That is Geiborg, a lance of destruction possessed by the hero that never lost in his lifetime. As it is hurled using all of Lancer's magical energy, it can be neither dodged nor blocked. Therefore, it is fatal. There's no way for anyone to survive once they are targeted by the demonic lance. The bullet approaches. In a split second, the knight in red closes his eyes as if accepting his death. I guess Archer dies. Or not. The thorn of light blazes forth, and right before the thorn of destruction coming from the heavens strikes Archer. Its true name shakes the very air as it is spoken. The lance crashes into the shield, the lance of death that penetrates every wall and outmaneuvers any evasion. That lance has been stopped. What was it called? Unmovable object meets a... rather, I don't know, I forget, what was it, like an unmovable object, or meets a object that cannot be stopped or something like that. I forget how you say it exactly. But I guess the lance that would always hit, it has somehow been stopped. I don't know. Radiating a storm of heat, the lance of sure kill is stopped by Archer's noble phantasm. The 7 flower petals appear from an empty space and shield Archer from the demonic bullet. Who would know? This shield is Aias, apparently. Aias? Aias? The only shield said to repel the javelin of the great hero in the Trojan War. There are 7 barriers shaped like flower petals, and each layer is as strong as a castle wall. It is a boundary field noble phantasm that is said to be invincible against projectile weapons. Like an unstoppable object meets an immovable, wall or something like that. Anyway, a throwing lance will be defeated by this shield without penetrating even one of the petals. At the very least, Archer does not know of a lance that can penetrate this shield. I guess a noble phantasm made specifically to stop javelins, made for this very situation. But the lance of sure kill drills through the shields like it's nothing. The 6th petal is destroyed. It only has 7. Only 1 remains. The demonic lance reaches the 7th layer that has never been broken. The unstoppable thorn of the demonic lance. In the face of that power, now! With a roaring spirit, Archer puts all his magical energy into the noble phantasm. After landing, Lancer glares at the serpent in front of him. Archer has wounds all over his body. His raised arm is like a rotten branch. His face is strained in pain, not only from the wounds on the arm, but also from the agony in his head.
驚いたな。アイアスを貫通しうる槍がこの世にあろうとは。
Ayas.
君のそれはオリジナルのグングニルを上回っている。
Gungnir. That's another famous, I guess, spear. The knight in red praises the spearman in blue from the bottom of his heart. But Lancer does not hear him. His strongest attack, the attack that made him a hero, has been blocked. Like the unblockable attack has been blocked. He is angry. He's so angry that he's glad he should be able to kill someone. But the anger is almost erased by his wonder. This is too strange. It is true that Archer is a mysterious servant. His identity is unknown. He carries twin swords even though he's an archer, and now he shows a shield that can even block Lancer's strongest attack. It is absurd. There's no such hero on this planet.
貴様、何者だ？
ただの騎兵だが、君の見立ては間違いではない。
I'm just your friendly neighborhood archer.
ざれ言を。騎兵が宝具を防ぐほどの盾を持つものか。
Well, you see, I'm only an archer as a hobby. My real class is shielder. I'm the shielder servant.
それもこのざまだ。魔力の大部分を消費したというのに、腕をやられ、アイアスも完全に破壊された。まったく、私が持ち得る最強の守りだったのだがな。
Lancer only glares at Archer. Yeah, well, normally, when a servant, reveals their noble phantasm and say their true name, we would know who that servant is. But, well, then.
それより、気づいたか、ランサー。キャスターめ、存外に苦戦していると見える。こちらに向けられていた監視が止まった。
Archer raises both his hands as if in surrender.
そうかよ。そうじゃねえかとは思ったけどな。てめえ、元からそういう腹か。
無論だ。言っただろう。勝率の高い手段だけを取ると。
ふん。とことん気に食わねえ野郎だな、てめえ。
Saying so, Lancer turns his back to Archer. His work is done. His role of keeping Archer busy is meaningless now. There's no more need for him to side with Tosaka Rin. The spearman in blue starts to walk away and lays down on the grass to wait and see. Oh, she's gonna sit down. I mean, I guess Archer gave up?